Welcome to the Winning in Business podcast. I'm your host, Kelli, and I love talking to business professionals, leaders, and entrepreneurs who are winning in business. Are you ready to reach your next level of success? If so, join us on the Winning in Business podcast as I interview entrepreneurs, business professionals, and leaders who share how they've risen to success. Before we begin, go ahead, hit subscribe and the notification button so you'll be notified each time a new episode is released. Plug in and settle in. You're about to be inspired to rise up to your next level of success. Welcome to another episode of Winning in Business. My name is Kelli, your host, and today I am here with a dear friend of mine, Danijela Kandera, and you are going to absolutely love her. Let me share a little bit about her. So Danijela Kandera is the owner and creative mind behind Empowering Portraits, a portrait studio she founded with her husband, Yigil. Their passion for animals, combined with their love for photography and capturing meaningful moments, led to the creation of a premium pet portrait studio in Miami 8 years ago, making the unconditional love timeless for so many people and their pets. Throughout the years, Danijela's passion has expanded to photographing women through contemporary and magazine-style portraits with the mission of empowering women to embrace self-love and their beauty. Since moving to St. Louis 3 years ago, Danijela has joined a worldwide movement of photographers who want to celebrate women over the age of 40 to create experiences that boost confidence and make them feel what we all see, that they're beautiful and worthy, as all women are, regardless of their age. Empowering Portrait Studio Loft is located in downtown St. Louis. They create fun, stressful, and luxury feel experiences, including makeup and wardrobe styling for women, celebrating their lives, their professional journeys, as well as those they love most, their 2- and 4-legged family members. So Danijela, I'm going to call you Dani from here on out, if that is okay with you. And I want to welcome you to the show today.
Thank you very much, Kelli. I'm thrilled and humbled to be here. It's an honor. I listen to your podcast. I love it. You have so much wisdom to share, and I'm really, really excited to be here.
Excellent. And I definitely want to, at some point when we get to it, I want to share my experience of going through one of your sessions. So we'll get to that as we start diving in. So I want you to start by just telling everybody, how did you get into what you do?
So one thing that is very characteristic for people is they think that artists, have been born and have been doing their artistry since a very, very young age. Well, sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. For me, it was a little bit later in life. I just finished university and decided to travel the world because travel was my big passion. And it's not that I didn't like photography. I didn't know photography. My family didn't own a family camera. I just didn't know that photography is an option. I think coming from a different country, as you may hear from my accent, we did have different cultural backgrounds and we have different opportunities as well. Like one of the nice things in the United States is that, young people can choose from a young age, maybe what their passion might be and pursue it. We did not have that. However, I have found myself, I was 20 something. I was on board in a cruise ship, met my husband and joined him in his photography endeavors. And my life was changed forever. It's the moment I had the camera in my hands the first time, that was it. And while we spent 10 years on board cruise ships, and one of the main reasons was that we really wanted to travel the world. I mean, we've seen amazing places. I photographed the Carnival in Rio 3 times in a row. I mean, who can say that they have done that? Been to Falkland Islands and photographed the penguins, in all their glory. And, slowly, like while my big passion is animals, and it was from young age, and I really thought that I'm going to be, an animal photographer for the rest of my life, things have changed, things have evolved. And as we opened our portrait studio in Miami, where we lived, where we first came to the United States, my passion really changed into celebrating people and those they love. And for us, the very big important thing was pets. And, we had a successful studio in Miami. When we moved to St. Louis, we continued with our pets and people joy. However, I was always drawn. There was something, I cannot explain it. I was always drawn photographing women, if it was with their pets, if it was for personal branding, if it was just photographing women and making them love themselves. There is a special joy, and I'm sure that you can identify as a coach that when you do a breakthrough with your clients and they just absolutely discover something about themselves that makes them just love themselves a little more. That was for me photographing women, giving them something that they maybe, didn't know that they had before, didn't see before, and suddenly see themselves with a little bit more confidence, with a little bit more excitement. Just enjoying themselves was beyond rewarding. And this is how it all started. And we do evolve as human beings, and we do evolve as business owners. We doesn't mean that if we start with something, we're always going to be doing the same thing. I still love animals. I have a full house of animal and pets. I'm devoted to animal welfare. I support animal welfare. However, my current passion is really making women fall in love with themselves and making them feel worthy and validated, and as they should be.
Oh, I love that. And yes, we do share that similar passion of helping women, and 100% agree how just businesses can morph. The same thing happened with me. When I started being a coach, I was a weight loss coach. And then what I noticed is that what women really were looking for was confidence. Mm-hmm. And it was that, and what their whole thing is that if I lose 20 pounds, I'll be confident instead of confident comes from within, and we can be confident right now as we are. And I feel like that is what you bring out in women when you photograph them. And I'll just take a minute to explain for those interested, and I know your sessions have evolved too, and they're not all the same, but when you work with Dani, you go in and you choose these amazing, beautiful pieces of clothing that are so different, and you get to pick them and like what style you want. And some of them are on the sexy side, and some of them are on the, what would you say? I'm going to call it grand, and that you don't wear anywhere other than having your photograph taken. And you truly do feel like a model. You feel like you just own the world, own the stage. You feel so beautiful, and it is truly empowering. It brings tears to my eyes still. Oh. And it was interesting during my session with Dani. I think I might have had tears in my eyes at least 3 times. We had to stop and go, wait, hang on. I cannot be crying.
It's very touching me as well. The fact that we achieve that, that we get this kind of confidence and this kind of comfort and this kind of trust among somebody who I photograph. I'm not going to call a client, it's a friend. And, and myself, it's just absolutely beautiful. Yeah, it really is wonder. It is such a special thing. And I know that you put care and love into all of your photographs. And yet this is so different. I don't remember what mine was called, the session, but it was so different than family portraits, headshots, you know what I mean? It's such a different experience, and was just fabulous. So anyway, kudos for you. And, all the women that you have photographed, that we just see radiance shine through them, and their beauty and their light, their inner light just shines when you photograph them. There is a very strong power in that, in creating that for somebody else. It's it's not only rewarding, it's really powerful. Mm-hmm. And one thing, my big passion is photographing women who are not who are not in their 20s, who are not even in their 30s. For my big passion is photographing women like myself, like yourself, who are over 40 and who are just absolutely beautiful and gorgeous human beings. And we have a joke, when I talk with my clients and we have a consultation for the session, we talk the fact that we're over 40, we are not dead. We're very much gorgeous, sensual, beautiful beings. We have the right to feel desirable. We have the right to feel, validated and gorgeous and sensual. And there is nothing wrong with that.
Yes, yes. And I can say that, I loved my photographs. Absolutely loved them.
Thank you.
As did my husband.
Means the world to me.
Yeah. Okay. So what are some of the ahas that you want to share today that you feel like have contributed to your success? Because I know you continue to elevate your success, elevate your business, elevate you as a person. So what do you feel like your big ahas have been along the way that have helped you do this?
I think one of the most important thing that it's for me, and I'm sure it's for many, many entrepreneurs, it's having a vision, it's having a dream. Because if you don't have a dream and a vision, you're not going to follow the steps into how to achieve it. So really having a clear vision and having a dream was really important to me. And I still have it, and I'm still dreaming bigger. Every time I achieve something that I thought, I should be achieving, if it was a revenue goal, if it was achieving something, in my photography, the results in somewhere more, sky's the limit in regards to what you can do. And so that would be one of my aha moments. Then the next one, it's probably again something that many people might relate to, is to embrace the abundance mindset. Mm-hmm. There is several reasons. If it is, having the imposter syndrome, who am I, to be charging, what I'm charging? Am I good enough? Do I worth it? Like, why would people come to me? It's really learning how to validate, give value to yourself, and learning that people come to you because they want to come to you. They don't come to you because you force them. Like, no, we're not putting a gun to no one's head, to come and, come to the studio. They're coming because they want to come. And once you learn that, and once you accept that, it's a beautiful thing. And from there you can go and, okay, if people are loving what we're offering, like, can we really be a photographer for everyone? We cannot, because if I become the photographer for everyone, I will not be able to offer everything that I want to offer. That means it's not going to make me happy. So in order for me doing what I would like to do, I do have to keep my, my standard of pricing, my standard of studio, on a higher level, and be comfortable with that. Being comfortable in being a luxury business and being comfortable in being a premium business. Yes. So this would, and also one of the things with the abundance mindset was very important to realize that you have to invest in yourself. Mm-hmm. And I would advise every single person to get a coach, wherever they are in life. If it is a life coach to kind of direct them where they have to go, or if it is a business coach, to help them, elevate their business where they like to go. But everyone should invest in themselves and their education and their well-being and growth.
I didn't even pay her to say that.
I really
and Dani, I 100% agree. I mean, you and I have talked about this, and I as humans, we cannot see our own blind spots, and yes, that is what a coach helps us do. And a coach helps us stretch us, and they help us just sometimes make the vision come true, because sometimes we need help just making that vision come true. And sometimes it's really just expanding our own belief of, that we can do it. And sometimes it's helping get foundations in place so that we are ready to move to the next level. You know what I mean? Like, I agree with that. And, one of the things for me personally is being a coach. I won't work with a coach that doesn't have a coach. And I work with very high level coaches, and my coaches have even higher level coaches. You know what I mean? And I feel like if you're going to be a coach, then you need to be investing in your own coach, because that's just how it is. So anyway, totally agree with that. And I feel like coaches can unlock so many things. I'm sure that just working with your business coach has just expanded everything that you do. You know what I mean? Yes. So yes, so important. Okay. Vision, And the abundance mindset, 100%. Yes, I love that you brought that up. And go ahead.
All right. Well, I have a third one, which for me was very, very important. And it's, there is a movie that inspired me for many, many years, and I really live by it. And there is a book that inspired me for many years, and which is really about, resilience, about pursuit, and about persistence. I don't know. I mean, of course, everybody knows the movie of Will Smith, The Pursuit of Happiness, and just really never giving up. Like, we're all going to have ups and downs, and, we had ups and downs in life, and you just have to be persistent. You have to have that vision, a very clear vision, and really, we all go in a, path. The path is never straight up. It goes ups and downs, and just staying true to it and just really working towards it. And, one of the things, like, I would say that, I am fearless in many things. I might not look like, because I'm like this sweet and cute, person that I am, but I'm actually really fearless, except for public speaking. This is where the fear is today, but you have to be fearless. You have to take risks, and you have to be persistent.
Yes, that is perfect. And I definitely think as the persistence, the pursuit, and the resilience, I think as business owners, resilience is almost a must. Like, we must be resilient. I mean, for example, who knew the pandemic was coming, and it happened, right? And being just resilient through that. And we had to pivot, and we had to figure out how to do it and how to make it work and how to come out on the other side. And now things have changed on the other side. I mean, even, the way we live, the way our clients live, just everything is different. And then shifting into that and really being resilient around it. Yeah, that's great. Love those 3 points. That's fabulous. So one of the questions I always ask to keep it real is, as a business owner, what challenges do you face?
Oh gosh, several. Well, one of the main challenges, it's time and growth. And it comes the time that you need more time. You need more time for yourself, but you also need more time for your business. So it comes a time when you have to decide, okay, is it time to look into expanding? Is it time to look into hiring? Is it time into, look into consulting? Am I losing more money by doing things that, maybe somebody else can do, and I could focus on something that, that I'm good at, and that actually I can make more revenue? And it's really, sitting down and making those decisions. Hiring is always scary. But, you really have to sit down and consider all the points, and making sure that, you're doing the right thing for your business. But it's also time to decide, are you spending too much time working on your business, in your business, and not enough on your business? Mm. And also time is probably my word. And are you spending too much time with the business overall, and not enough time taking care of yourself, your health, your family? And, and literally just being, we are not living to work, we are working to live. And while there is today, I think, especially for every entrepreneur, there is not that balance of, work life and personal life. It's kind of everything is, overlapping, and, and coming through, work into life into work. We hang out with our clients and work friends and so on. We work, and it's just a normal thing. And it just kind of to create some boundaries, and to ensure that you don't forget, that we are here to enjoy life as well, and not only to work.
Yeah, that's actually one of the biggest things that I work with some of my clients on, is really those boundaries. Because if you don't, I feel like when you are a high achieving, whether it be a business owner, a professional, whatever it is, when you are high achieving, you love what you do. You love what you do. You're passionate about it, and it can truly consume you. You can, you want to spend all of your time doing it. You know what I mean? And that's where, that's where it has to be, that's where you have to be intentional about going, and hang on, I have a family. And I need to take care of myself, and really being intentional about having those boundaries, because I do feel like, at times we love our work so much that we could work forever.
And it's funny that you mentioned the word intentional, and, you and I are, we're working together in our, networking group, where we are really focus on being more intentional in certain things. And I'm really being intentional. I decided in 2023 that I'm not going to be working weekends anymore. I do need to have my time with my husband, with my family, doing fun things for myself. So before, I was booking sessions whenever my clients could book a session. Like, I was trying to be respectful for my clients. And it came to the calls that I really didn't have a family life anymore. Like, I was working 7 days a week. Mm-hmm. And it's not how it's supposed to be. You have to be intentional. So in 2023, I'm not working weekends anymore. There might be a small exception of a half an hour doing something here and there, but I'm having my day off. I'm doing fun stuff. I'm going to soccer games. I put it on my calendar. I'm also being intentional of putting things on the calendar, even if it's something in private, even if I'm doing a dance class, or if I'm doing, going out with friends, I'm going to dinner, I'm going to show it in my calendar to make sure, it's happening, that I'm, devoted to it, that I don't forget. And my health life is important as well. I eat better. I, make sure that I'm taking care of my health.
Yes, that is so important, because we always have to remember, if we are not well, mm-hmm. we cannot run our business well. We cannot run our life well. We cannot be the person that we want to be with our family members when we are not well. That is one of the reasons that I specifically focus on stress, because stress takes a toll on our body. And so when we know how to manage stress, then it can also make our life so much easier. So yes, love all that. Oh my gosh. Okay. So what are your goals moving forward? What are your goals in life and business? I know one of them is to not work on weekends.
You know what, as a visionary, I do have a lot of goals and dreams. Some are short-term, some are long-term, some will maybe never come to life, and some that I'm not even thinking about are going to be my goals within a few months. But currently, personally, I really want to continue being intentional of taking time for myself, of spending time with my family, traveling more. So I decided to go on a trip this year. I don't remember when my husband and I went on vacation last time, but we are going this year, and it's really, really important to make the decision to do it. Mm-hmm. And then professionally, it's several. I would really like to be on a short term, to be the photographer in St. Louis area that women look for and look up to, with confidence, that they know that they're going to have a good experience and they're going to get good images from their experience, regardless if it is images for their personal branding, for their women empowerment, for, pictures with their pets, or it's just something, just something to celebrate. I really want to be known as the photographer who women can trust and, and go to, and come to me, fully confident they're going to have, a luxury, gorgeous experience with gorgeous images.
And I think one of the, you might have had more. I want to throw this in real quick. I think one of the big things for women, first of all, is when, we talked about the confidence, the empowering, one of the things that I had coached a lot of women on is body image. Right? Because there's that stigma that if I don't like the way my body looks, then I'm not going to be in a picture. And so then there are so many women that don't include themselves in pictures. And then, then you're going to get somewhere and you're going to be like, wait, I don't have any pictures of myself, which, you may not need them or not, but your family wants them, and I think that's the important thing to remember. And, to know that it's okay that this is your body at this time. And we can't wait until, it's always if you go back to the mindset of, I'll be happy when this happens. I'll take my picture when this happens. Well, we can't wait for that. You know what I mean? We truly just have to do it now, knowing that this is now and this is us now. And this is how people see us every day now. And it's beautiful and it's okay.
It's we might have spoken about it, privately, but one of the main reasons that I actually even share it with women when we talk on consultations, is my mom really didn't like having her picture taken. She really, avoided the camera at all costs. And I have pictures of me and my mom as I was a baby, but nothing as I was growing up, really nothing in my teenage years, nothing in my being a young woman years. And then a few years ago, she came to Miami and she kind of got inspired by me working with all these women, doing all these, gorgeous experiences. And she said, okay, I'm going to do it. And we had the most amazing session. We had so much fun. We had makeup and hair. We did a dress up. We had a lovely experience. We had beautiful memories. And, my mom left me, and she passed away, and I'm going to get emotional now. But those images are the most precious thing I have. They are everything to me. And, I'm not saying that my mom was not in her prime of life, but nobody cares about that. I don't care that, if she had 5 pounds more or 5 pounds less, her hair was long, she had wrinkles. Who cares about all that? I care about, having a wonderful memory with my mom. And this is what embrace, that those they love, love them who they are, and they and they should love themselves who they are. And one thing that is important for women in business is they have to be current with their images. Their images represent their business. Their images should represent who they want to be in their business. Sometimes I see women who do wonderful things, but their images don't say that. If I was, we're in the search era today. Like before we speak to anyone, we Google them. It's a normal. And, if somebody doesn't come across, like trustworthy or confident or representative or contemporary as well, because, nobody wants those 80s, headshots or, something that looks, everybody has everything the same. So, this is what I'm trying. I'm trying to make women feel confident and gorgeous and contemporary and just be present in their today.
Yes, I love that. And I feel like if we're talking about headshots, for sure, if you don't look like your headshot, it is time to get them redone. If you've done something different with your hair, if you know what I mean? Like if you just don't look like you anymore, and then it's time for a new headshot, because people want that. You know what I mean? They want to look at you, and then when they actually see you, go, oh yeah, like I recognize her. That looks like her. So yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about what accomplishment are you really proud of that you'd like to share?
Oh gosh, it's nothing particularly special in photography, because I'm proud of everything we've done. I'm proud of everything we've done, in our studio in Miami, what we've done, over here, the 40 over 40 project. I'm in love with it, and it's, it's growing every day more. But probably one of the things that I'm, personally as a businesswoman and a business owner proud of is really being fearless throughout all my life, and just pursuing and creating, like, I came to not even a new country or new state. I came to a new continent, and, created everything by myself, of course, with my husband. He would like to take all the credit, but, it was the two of us building everything together, just the two of us, and having a vision and following through, and being fearless, and moving then from Miami to St. Louis in a completely brand new community where I knew no one. And look at me today, I'm on your podcast. So it's, it's just being fearless and being dedicated to pursuing my dream.
Yes. Oh, Dani, you are such a light, and I just love it. So I want to go back. The 40 over 40 project, is that still going on? It's evolving. Like, what does that look like now?
I done the first 40 over 40 in 2022, and it was an explosion. I didn't expect it's going to be that big. I didn't expect it's going to have such an impact on women. And I cannot tell you how many texts, messages, testimonials I've got from women just being grateful. And I, like you said earlier, and I'm humbled, and it means so much to me. And as I started the 2023 project, I already had women lined up in a waiting list for the 2023. So I'm almost done with it. I have just a few spots left to go. And, hopefully I'm going to be done completely by May. And yes, then it's evolving. I think, there are some new things in works. I'm not completely done with it now. My husband said, you should just do another 40 over 40, because women, that's what women want. And I'm like, I don't know. There is some joy and charm in having only 40 women, in a special project. However, I would like to offer some similar style experience for women of maybe all ages, and it doesn't have to be a project. Like, women should not wait for a project, to have a, to have an experience good for them, they should just do it. And so probably this is something I'm going to be working on, to encourage women, even without a project, to just love themselves and do something good for themselves.
Excellent. Oh my gosh, that's fabulous. Okay, so where would you like listeners to follow you after the podcast? Is that website, Facebook? Like where's the best place to find you and your company?
So my website is empoweringportraits.com. And, it's a good platform to see what we do and, get the basic information. I know people are always interested, in kind of how are the photographs, what are the, investments and so on. So this is it does have a really decent information on it. And then going to our Facebook page, which is again, Empowering Portraits. Facebook, I don't know how it goes.
Okay.
Forward.
Yeah. Empowering www.facebook.com/empowering portraits, something like that. I'm going to tag it. I'll put it in the show notes.
And we do have an Instagram account. However, it's really important to realize as a business owner where your clients are, and our clients are on Facebook. So we are,
because they're over 40.
Oh gosh, they're not on TikTok, that's for sure. I'm nothing against TikTok or Snapchat and so on, but time, as I said, time is my very, my big word. Maybe I should choose it as a word of the year for next year. This year is there. And I don't have time for all the platforms. So Facebook is a wonderful platform to be on for my client.
Excellent. Okay. So listeners, you can check out Dani's work. You will see the 40 over 40 project. You will see pets and people. You will see all kinds of different stuff if you go on there, and it's truly beautiful photography. And I love what you said just about capturing time. That's really what photographs are, is capturing time, remembering the moments, remembering the experience, and having that documentation. And yeah. And I know for you, another thing is the importance of actually doing something, because we can all look at our cell phones, and I don't know about anybody else, but I got, the maximum number of pictures that I can have on my phone. Do you want more storage? It asks me. But for you, you are very much about get the pictures printed, hang them up, put them somewhere. Let's end with what's your thoughts around doing that? The importance of it.
As you said, and you have explained it perfectly. We all have 1,001 picture in our phones. And of course, everybody wants the digital files, and all my clients do get the digital files. They can use, put on their, desktops, whatever you normally do with your digital files. However, there is nothing more valuable than to hold that print in your hand, to have a nice collection, to, when somebody comes over to, to share with them, for your children one day, to have this beautiful box of, gorgeous prints. Oh my God, that was my mom, my grandma, my grandma. And there is power in that. It's, we are so busy with our digital, being current in our digital world. Yes, of course, we have to be current in our digital world, but there is power. There is power in having prints hanging on your wall, giving those, making you feel a certain way when you see them. There is a quote that I said, and then it was shared in multiple places, that, when you see, a beautiful portrait of a woman on your wall, this gorgeous woman, that on some days you want to be her, and she inspires you to be that woman. And on some day you're like, heck, I am that woman. That's me. How good does it feel? And you are that woman because it's your portrait. So there is power in that as well, because we all have our days that we go up and down, and, just knowing that we can be that woman anytime that we decide that we want to be that woman.
Yes. And in the coaching world, we call that an anchor. And so the pictures that I have one hanging, and then I have the box that you gave me that has the ones that I can rotate in, right? So I rotate different pictures to be in front. And as you said, the confidence, the self-love, the beauty, all of that came from that. I look at those pictures and it's an anchor for me. It's a reminder that I can tap into at any time to bring any of those feelings back into me. Do I need confidence right now? Grab it from that. Do I need self-love right now? Grab it from that. And that's truly, if it's on my phone, it's not happening, because first of all, I got to dig through the other, 200 pictures to get back. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if it's on the wall, anytime I pass by that or I need it, I walk into the other room and it's right there. It's fabulous, beautiful.
Kelli, you speak to my heart. Like, completely speak to my heart. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. So I have loved having you on, and I hope all of my guests have just loved your accent as much as I do. It's such a treat to listen to you. So I thank you for sharing this amount of time with us, sharing your wisdom, you exude being a visionary, and you exude just, I don't even have the words, Dani, like beauty and grace and empowerment.
Thank you. Thank you, Kelli.
You are welcome. Listeners, thank you for tuning in. Would you please be sure to share this episode with any woman that needs to hear this today? And also, if you are in the St. Louis area, be sure to contact Dani, because you will want to be in one of our sessions. And if you are not in the St. Louis area, well, come visit us, because she'll take care of you here also. So I want you to have a wonderful day, and tune back in next week for our next guest on Winning in Business, and have a great one. Thank you for being a part of the Winning in Business podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode and want to rise up to your next level of success, but are worried about increased stress, time for work and yourself and your family, not to mention being exhausted, I'd like to invite you to a complimentary strategy call where I'll show you how you can do it all. I'll help you reclaim time, keep your sanity, handle the chaos with ease, and move to the next level of success that you deserve and desire. I hope you found value in listening today. Please always leave your comments, feedback, or questions. We check them all. I want you to continue winning in business and reach your next level of success. See you next time.